No, this is really spontaneous. You know what? I'm gonna have to write down everything because otherwise we will waffle and the video won't be very straightforward. So I'll be back once I've wrote down a couple of points. I think I gotta get comfortable. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Tamajani, if you're new here. Hey guys, Tad, if you're not new. Hey guys, and what's up? And today I am bringing you the second part, like the second episode. Oh my god, it literally like feels really weird to say that. I'm really weird to like come to terms with what I'm doing. But yeah, literally the second episode of this new series I'm doing on my channel, or this new, what would you call it, or this new phase? I don't know what to call it. This new series, I'm just going to keep it a series on my channel, and this series is going to be called the Teenage Girl Diaries. In today's episode we are going to be talking about how to really get over that first love, or that first heartbreak, or that first somebody. Okay, so we'll get into that in a second. But I literally, look, I had to write down everything because one, I will go mind blank like I just did, and I probably will go mind blank again, but that's okay. But I've got it in 3 segments, right? So we are on the first segment now, and this is just kind of to introduce you to this new series and what it's about and all this and how it come about and how I've found a little passion for this, right? So first of all, let me just say, grab your cup of tea, grab your, you know, or grab your Red Bull, I don't know, whatever you fancy, whatever you choose, pick and choose. Grab your biscuits, grab your digestives. Or obviously I've been doing my YouTube channel for like the longest time, never consistently. It's never been a consistent thing. Obviously doing YouTube has been kind of my passion since I was literally 9 years old. Even before that, about 8, but then I wasn't really allowed a YouTube channel, so I used to make vlogs and just not post them. I've always loved it, and I've just kind of been going up and down when it comes to like, what is my niche, meaning like what am I doing, like what's my content gonna be. Like I never really have had a clear sort of content. Like I've just been so open to anything, and I've loved to watch anything. And I've always wanted to do like a podcast because I feel like I'm that type of person that can sit and talk for the world. Like I could talk forever. I've recently got into like watching a lot of like Elle Darby's new podcast. It's not new that anymore, but I practically think it's new. What's it? Growing and Glowing. And I've watched like the Pretty Little Thing podcasts are really good. And obviously Chloe versus the World, like come on now, I love that. I watch every single episode, every guest she brings on, I love it, right? But yeah, whatever. So I've always liked like people sitting and talking and like, oh, another girl, hold on, this is where I got the last video, how to romanticize your life as a teenager. Hold on, she's really good. I did subscribe, so I'll just check. A Better You podcast by Fernanda from, yeah, I can't say her second name, but she's really amazing, right? Obviously I've only started this sort of thing recently, but I used to watch like Tati Kukuli, I don't know, I got a Welsh accent, so I can't say these names. And like Love Your Natural, those are people I used to watch way back when, right, when they would post their like how to glow up or how to like love yourself and all this stuff, and I used to bum them, right? I used to love watching that. And this is gonna sound really cringy, but I love helping people. Like it's my favorite thing to do. Ask Scarlett, because she'll know. If I have a problem going on in my life, I'll literally talk to her and solve all of her problems in one sitting. I'll solve all of them. I'll sit there, I'll listen to her, I'll give her advice, I'll solve them all and forget about all the dramas going on in my life, because I don't like talking about my life. Okay, so yeah, that's gonna be the new series on my channel. I'm still gonna be doing my long 45-minute videos because for some reason I can't get enough of that. I just can't. I love doing it. But yeah, that's kind of the series for the channel. I've got about 5 topics to talk about in these Teenage Girl Diaries. I've got about 5 and I'm so excited. This is the second one, and this is how to really get over your first loves. Okay guys, so grab your stuff, let's get into it. So first, just like I started my last video on how to romanticize your life, we're going to talk about the definitions. Okay, so Google says that it's the first person one loves in a romantic way. Then I kept scrolling because I was like, okay, it's a bit vague. Okay, it's a bit vague, it's a bit obvious. So I kept scrolling and I found the Urban Dictionary's definition of the first love. And it is, first love is the first person you want to be with. You can talk to them at any time of the day / night regardless. First love is the person who you see a future with and want to last. The person you can first feel a fast connection. Hold on, Tad's really dyslexic, right? First love is the first person you want to be with. You can talk to them at any time of the day / night regardless. First love is the person who you see a future with and want to last. Many believe that first love also happens to be their last. You'll always have a place in your heart for them. They're the first person you cared for even. First love can happen in any age or anywhere, even if you never met a person. So, those are the definitions. Bam. That took me ages to read because of my dyslexia, but we'll move. Okay, so that is the definition of it. You get the gist. I feel like everybody kind of knows what first love is because I feel like at the age now, people are finding them. And I actually wrote it on my hand because I forgot to write it here. It goes, first love comes quick, right? So I have a theory that everybody, well, I feel like as our generations grow older and like our generations of today, compared to when our parents had their first love, I feel like they're coming quicker now. I feel like people are even getting their first loves at like 13. It doesn't shock me because it's just kind of how the world works now. Okay, we're not even going to discuss that. I was about to say mine was at this age, but I'm not about to be baiting myself out like that, okay? But I'm 16 now, by the way. Actually, you know what? Sorry, I don't even care. I had my first love when I was 14 and now I'm 16. And have I only now just got over it? Yeah. You know what, it's not even embarrassing because who cares? So there are 5 stages in there are 5 stages in heartbreak, right? So no wonder why it took me like 6 months to get through each stage. Yeah, but whatever. So there are 5 stages, and the first stage is denial. In the angry phase, bargaining phase, depression, acceptance, right? And that's the last stage, and that's the best stage, right? That's according to Mental Health Matters, right? That's according to them. So obviously the first stage is denial. So I feel like it kind of depends on the person and it kind of depends on the situation and just the dynamic of this relationship. So talking for majority of people at our age, because remember this is the Teenage Girl Diaries, I'm not talking for my older women out there, but you know, but as a teenage girl, I feel like relationships kind of last, like a proper relationship as a teenager in secondary school kind of goes between 3 months to about 6 months to a year. But yeah, I feel like that's kind of like when you can feel this sort of pain, right? So because I'm not talking about like a 1 week relationship and you're going to be going through all these stages, because I know some people that can get over their breakups in about 3 days or about 24 hours. Like I feel like it kind of really does depend, but I'm talking that more deeper relationship. I'm talking a more of a love, as I said, it's how to get over your first love. Like this was a love. But obviously you've got the denial stage, and going back to that, it depends just on what caused you guys to break up, because obviously there's a reason. And when I got over my first love, oh my god, I didn't know how hard this was going to be, because jeez, have I not had it easy. I'm going to talk for we'll do 2 points of view. I'm not going to be biased. I'm not going to be I'm going to do 2 points of view. If you're getting broken up with, or if you're breaking up with them, okay? Because it's literally almost the exact same, trust me. So if you're getting broken up with, obviously the denial phase is going to be a lot different, because if you're getting broken up with, you're gonna be constantly thinking in your head, what did you do? Where did you go wrong? Was there another girl or another person? And then you'll obviously go through all the like, was I not pretty enough? Was I not caring enough? Did I not have the biggest bum? And all this malarkey, which is bollocks because you're beautiful. But yes, obviously the denial phase is a lot different that way, and you're gonna have to start to understand and accept it, which will come later because it's not an easy journey. But I And you don't want to just accept the fact that you guys aren't together. One minute you're boyfriend and girlfriend, because obviously when you're young you don't think like, come on now, I'm not going to be with this person for the rest of my 80 years on this earth, do you know what I mean? So it's not that easy. But then you're gonna have to accept that. But in denial phase, you're gonna, well, in the denial phase, or is it in denial? I don't know. But in that phase, you're just gonna be thinking a lot, okay? But then if it's roles reversed and you broke up with them, the denial phase is still going to be a bit similar, but you're not going to be thinking about, is there another girl, da da da. Because if you broke up with them, they've done something. And I've had this, don't worry. You don't want to do it, but no matter how long you wait and you wait for them to change and they don't change, you really have to just push yourself and just end it. And once you end it, you get the whole, I shouldn't have done that, biggest mistake, I want you back, I still love you, we can work through this, and all those types of points of view. So this stage, the anger stage, this is my favourite but least favourite stage, because this is when you're like, oh, you know what, you're out of that denial phase, you're like, you were, and you go off. And a lot of people do a lot of crazy things in this type of stage. Hold on. Oh, she's going to someone's house. I'm so proud of this girl. You don't even understand. Yeah, the angry phase. And this is where people do a lot of crazy things, and I put my hand up for it. A lot of people do a lot of things in their angry phase. We're not going to touch too much on that because it works for both ways. If you got broken up with, or he broke up with you, like, the angry phase is a phase where you can either act upon your anger, or you're sitting there with your AirPods in and you're listening to like, damn, you're such a... Then there's the bargaining phase, and this is where I don't even know, but let's try and pretend I know. This is where I feel like you're just kind of like, okay, you want to reach out, you may reach out a little bit, and you're like, can we try again? And this is probably when they're like, no babe, I don't want to be with you. And that's kind of where you're like, okay. But when this is a first love, it's a little bit different, because with a first love, well, from what I experienced and know, back to another sort of side, this is kind of the type of love, first love, where you both love each other. I saw it on TikTok earlier actually. It was like, when you've broken up but you can't seem to leave each other alone, it's type of that sort of thing. So I feel like this is kind of like, I miss you, oh, I miss you too. Have you seen those like TikToks, and it's like toxic soul ties? That's kind of what this is like. It's that toxic soul tie. I'll put a few pictures because I love them. But it's like, oh, I don't want to let you go, I've got to go, sort of things like that. So it's kind of just that like leading up to that accepting, but it's kind of like, I don't want to accept this. I forgot I've actually got points to make on my thing, and I'm talking about this. Okay, back to the next one, depression. To be honest, I feel like that depression thing is kind of throughout each segment. I don't feel like there's a certain stage for it, because I feel like there's a little bit of sadness and depression in the denial, anger and bargaining. But I feel like, yeah, after all those three are done, I feel like, yeah, you're going to sit around, you're going to be a bit sad for a while. But remember, it doesn't last. The sadness goes away, and then you accept it, and you clean your room, and you be like Laura Jean from To All the Boys Loved Before. Put your headphones on and just deep clean your room. That's my escape. Have any of you got an escape? Because that's mine. I'll just clean like mad, you know, I'll just start cleaning. So then you'll accept it, and then you can happily move on and kind of have them as a distant memory, but coming to terms with the fact that they were your first love, and you'll still care about that person, because that's kind of just how it is. I feel like getting over a first love isn't like forgetting them, it's accepting that it wasn't meant to be, or if it is meant to be, it'll be, and you've just kind of got to learn to live your life without the person, and live your life, because remember, not every day is promised, and you've just got to kind of not spend your hours of your days crying or moping or begging for them, because there's so much more out there. You've got friends, babe, you've got friends, you've got family, if you're living in like Swansea or something, you've got a beach to go to, and you're young. Remember, Teenage Girl Diaries, you're young. Go and like kiss thousands of boys, like who cares? Okay, segment 2. What was your first love? You will never get over it. Oh yeah, you'll never get over it. Just saying. But you can like accept it. It's secondary school or high school. Remember that when you first get into a relationship, I know it's like nothing can compare to the love you two may have, and you may think, oh my god, we're gonna be that 2% of people who are gonna make it out of school and be together forever and be buried together. No. That could happen, but boy, are you gonna break up 100 times. Boy, are you gonna have like so many different little like scandals. Boy, are they gonna cheat on you. Yeah. Remember, it's school, and the older you get, the more opportunities you get to meet other people. So to stay loyal to one person is also gonna be really hard. Expect it. You can go into a relationship thinking, right, we're gonna love each other now, and then whatever happens, you've got your whole lives to find each other again. I'm so good. See, this is just like easy. This is lightweight. Okay, what's the last part of this segment? Oh yeah, life isn't like the movies, but it is, right? So Ask Abby, I always go on about my favorite love story. So wait, hold on. I have a couple of favorite love stories, right, when it comes to movies. Oh my god, I have so many. No, okay, number 1 is Tessa and Harden. I feel like their love story, oh boy, is it like amazing, and it's like so real. And then obviously Ali and Noah from The Notebook, and I forgot their names, but the 2 characters from Me Before You, the like disabled guy, I think that's the wrong word, but he's a bit disabled, and his carer, Hannah and Caleb from Pretty Little Lies. Those are kind of my favourites, and they're my favourites because their stories aren't all love stories. Aren't the type of love stories where they never ever get together and then they get together at the end of the film and they live happy on ever after. These love stories start at the beginning, they lose each other, like especially the Notebook one. They start at the beginning, they lost each other in the middle for years, and they got back to each other when she was about to get married. Like, that's the type of love story I'm talking about, not the no, yay, let's get together and we're gonna stay together for the rest of our lives. Like Tessa and Harden, oh my god. Noah and Ali, oh my god. Hannah and Caleb, oh my god. That was really cringy, but do you know what I mean? But yeah, it's not always like the movies, but some movies I feel like relate to certain relationships, and After will always have a special place in my heart. When I tell you, I have the whole After soundtrack in my playlist. Okay guys, this has been a really long video, so the 3rd segment is really short, and this is kind of like the how to get over it, okay? This is the tips, this is the tricks, this is the nitty gritty. This is the part where nobody tells you about how to get over it. So me going back to what I said in literally the first part when I was on about why I started this sort of like series is because I used to watch people like Love Your Natural, Tati Kukli, and all this stuff. And okay, let's put it like this. When I was going through a hard time, and a lot of people were, you really need friends. Like, that sounds really mean, but you really do. Like, even if it's your mom or your dad or your auntie, like, you need people. Like, honestly, I don't know what I would have done. That sounded really dark and deep. I'm not taking it there. I didn't have a support system, and I'm like, kudos. I love all my friends, right? And I'm so happy I've finally got to the place in my life where I have a handful of people I can just reach out to if I need to. Like, I'm so grateful for it. But there's this one person, which I feel really nasty because all of them have helped me in so many different ways. But there's this one person back in 2022, January time. This girl, I literally have her saved on my phone as therapist, because this girl called me every night and every morning to hear how I felt. She would call me and she'd be like, right girl, how you feeling today? How many times did you cry today? What have you done today to make it better? Just really talking to me and really helping me. And I would just sit there. Some days I'd be like, girl, I've been great, like or the next day I'm like, girl, it's been crap. I saw him today, or this happened today, or I'm not gonna lie, I looked at a picture of us today, like, and that girl was Hermione, by the way. Like, it really helped me. So to have her literally call me, and like, her name was saved as therapist, so every time she would call me, it would say, your therapist is calling you, and I'm like, okay, hey, and then we'll talk for like a good half an hour, 40 minutes, just to really understand where I'm coming from. And I loved it, because that just shows how much people care about you. Because I feel like, especially when you're going through a heartbreak, you're like, nobody's ever gonna love me, da da da. No, babe, the boy may not love you, but your friends certainly will. So yeah, friends are a really good support system, and I'm also that type of friend that's always there for my girls when they are going through it. And yeah, another thing is, it's okay to cry, but it's not okay to cry every second of every day. No way. Not gonna lie, I'm that type of girl that, yeah, I'll cry myself to sleep and I'll cry when I wake up. But by the time it's almost 12, like, I'll cry in the morning, but by the time it's like 10:30, 11, wiping those tears, and I'm not gonna cry at all. Like, it's very rare if I'm crying when I've got my makeup on and I'm like doing things. Like, it's usually just kind of when I'm in my bed and your head's going a million miles an hour and you're like, oh my god, and you get really emotional and worked up, and then you start crying. But as soon as I get out of my bed and I go brush my teeth and I have my bath or my shower and I'm doing my makeup, I'm not crying for a whole next few hours. So the whole point is to just, it's okay to cry, but don't cry all day. Go out and do something, which I'll get to that part. You've got to go out, and I don't mean go out with a load of boys and become a hug. Sorry, that was really straight to the point. Go out with the girls. Go out with the girls. Go out by yourself. Take yourself out. Love yourself. Literally love yourself. Post as much as you want. TikTok is my scapegoat. Like, I will always go to TikTok. If I am literally hit rock bottom, I'm making a TikTok, and TikTok is the way. But yeah, just go on TikTok and just have a blast on there. What other parts? Okay, I did something. I feel like this isn't going to cater to everybody, but there's something I definitely did, and I've never ever regretted it. Oh, truthfully, I spoke about it back last year. I don't think I spoke about it this year, but I journaled, especially when I was going through it last year. I journaled every single day of it, and when you get to that point, a few months later or a few weeks later, where you're like, okay, I'm over it, look back at your journals and literally look how far you come. If you're having a bad day, just look at how far you've come. But yeah, it really does help. So write it all down, literally just write about your day, and then when you're having a bad day, look back at one of your like most vulnerable journal entries and just be like, I've come so far. So yeah, journaling is a really good escape route. But then something else I did, because I saw this amazing video, and it was titled 3 Months of Heartbreak, of Luma, I'll just put it in the description box so I can't even say these people's names. But I watched that video, and as soon as I watched it, I turned my camera on and I documented my whole 4 months of, or was it 3? I'm not disclosing anything. Okay, my whole week, okay, because I'm a baddie like that, I don't cry. But yeah, my whole months of heartbreak, and it still sits in my laptop. I think I finished editing it because I was still adding clips from different days, maybe over a year ago now. And it's on my laptop. I'll never delete that video, because that video, it's really deep. Like, it's just me, 3 a.m, me and my camera in my bedroom, just talking, and it's like a documentary. It's amazing. It's actually the best thing I did when I was going through something like that. And it sounds bad because it's like, oh my god, what the hell did you go through? Like, it was a bad one. Like, this was a really bad one, but I'm just here to talk about all different types of scenarios. So if it isn't even that bad, if it isn't even that bad, just still do a little documentary for yourself. You don't have to put it anywhere. I haven't showed a single soul that video. It's like a self-empowerment moment, and just to see. And the thing is, it's almost 2 years ago, oh, well, a year and a bit since those videos were taken in that video, and I still look back at it now and I'm like, right, and I can still relate, because I feel like after 5 or 6, 10 years from now, I'll remember the heartbreak and I'll be like, you were just being extra, it wasn't even that deep, you didn't even know what real love was, Tad. But then I know I have that video, and once I watch that video I'll be like, okay, 15-year-old Tad was hurting. This is a series now, and I will be coming with you guys maybe like once every 2 weeks, I'm not even sure. But I love you all so much, and I hope this video is helpful or just like interesting to put on in the background, because I'm just sitting here chatting away. Yeah, I love you all so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video, which will probably be a vlog of some sort. But yeah, I love you all so much. Goodbye. Mwah.